Could the New Orleans Saints be trying to strike a deal with the Detroit Lions? Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. My name is Derek, and welcome back to Detroit Lions Syndicate. You already know what we do on this channel. We talk all things about your favorite team, the Detroit Lions. So subscribe, hit that notification bell on our push to 2K by the NFL Draft, and we are almost there. Yesterday, news broke that the New Orleans Saints had traded with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles had 3 picks in this year's draft, and the New Orleans Saints decided to trade with them. If you just look on the surface, this trade is very weird. It doesn't appear to make any sense. The Eagles originally had pick 15, 16, and 19, while the New Orleans Saints had pick 18. So they wind up having basically between the two teams 4 out of 5 picks. And according to Ian Rappaport yesterday, the Eagles trade picks number 16 and 19 and 194 to the Saints in exchange for picks 18, 101, 237, and a 2023 first-round pick and a 2024 second-round pick. So why did the New Orleans Saints do this? Well, some analysts speculate that they are trying to move up in the NFL draft. Now, we've been talking a lot about the potential for the Detroit Lions to trade out. I remember a few years ago when the Detroit Lions had the 3rd pick in the NFL draft, a lot of people thought that they were in the best place possible. I disagreed back then. I believe this year, while not as quarterback heavy as the previous years, the Detroit Lions are probably in the best spot that they've been considering as far as a trade back. With the Saints trading, they now have 2 first-round picks this year. We all said that if the Detroit Lions were to trade out of that number 2 pick, they would definitely need 2 first-rounders. One this year, obviously, the team's original first-rounder, and probably one the next year as well. If we look at the past trade proposals that we've been going over the past few weeks, if they involve somebody like DK Metcalf, we would get this year's first, next year's first, the 41st pick, and DK Metcalf. So there's probably going to be 2 first-round picks in any draft scenario that the Lions were to move from that second overall spot. It just would be whether it's 2 this year or 2 next year. Now, the Eagles will be heavy next year, and they have acquired draft capital for next year. They're not really worried about this year. However, the New Orleans Saints are very much, it appears, worried about this year. Now, they could stay at 16 and 19 and not move at all. But I saw yesterday that if they decided to move right now, what they have as far as 16 and 19, that would be enough to come up to number 3 as far as when you look at draft score and points like that. Now, I have been saying for the last couple of weeks that Malik Willis was probably going to be the first quarterback off the board. As raw as he is, he looks like in the future, once he sits and marinates, that he could be that next franchise guy. The Saints do not have that franchise guy. They re-signed Jameis Winston, but he is not the long-term solution. Very similar to how Jared Goff is considered to be over here. So if the New Orleans Saints have their eye on a Malik Willis or even an offensive tackle, whoever they want to draft, they just created the capital to do that. So what kind of deal would you want to take from the New Orleans Saints in order for them to come up to number 2? A few days ago, the Lions said it doesn't matter who's taken first overall. They are open to trading back. And as I said earlier, on the surface, this trade appears not to make any sense, really. But if you look at it from a draft capital trade-up standpoint, it makes a lot of sense. New Orleans Saints are trying to have as much capital as possible to go as far up as possible. So the Detroit Lions, being number 2, are probably in the most ideal position to have a trade back scenario. Now, of course, this is all speculation, which is what we're going to do for the next 4 weeks into the draft, is speculate this and speculate that. But I think this is very intriguing. For me, if the Saints offered 16, 19, probably a second-round pick somewhere around there, because you're talking about 14 spots that the Lions would then drop. For me, I'm trying to win as many games as possible as soon as possible. I know this is a rebuild. I know we're in year 2, but if we can be competitive this year, why not, right? So for me, I take 16, 19. We already have 32. We already got 34, and maybe the Saints second round pick as well if they have one. So for me, I do that, man. I do that. I can still probably snag Jermaine Johnson. I can get a lot of folks, an additional 2 players that can make an impact this year. And we don't know what he's going to do, how he's going to hold this number 2 pick hostage, because I believe that Brad Holmes is thinking along the same lines. We are to be better faster than a long-term, like super long rebuild that's going to take years and years and years before we're competitive. So leave it in the comments below. Do you take a deal from the New Orleans Saints? And also, why do you think the Saints traded with the Philadelphia Eagles? Do you think it was to come up? Let me know. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Almost at 2K, trying to get there for the draft, and only you can help me do that. So subscribe to the YouTube channel and ring that notification bell for all uploads. You guys are awesome, and as usual, go Lions.